I want to talk about creativity and intuition and how they go hand in hand. Hey, welcome. Eloise Ansell here. I'm an intuitive healer based in the UK. Welcome back. This week, as I said, I want to talk about creativity and intuition. So, as I record this, it's the middle of October, and this month, being spooky season, I this is only the second year, but it feels like the energy is here to do a really lovely season of sessions. And this year I chose intuition again. So we're doing magic of your intuition too at the moment. We're like in the middle of it. And I'm doing a session every day throughout October. And the topics and the energy that we're clearing and what's coming up, I'm like, oh my God, like I can't make it up. Like seriously, I'm sat there going, "Wow, this is amazing stuff." It's like I don't even intellectually think of these things, and it comes up, and I'm like, the energy of the people taking part, it's amazing. So anyway, if you ever want to take the series, find it. I'll put a link below if it's available. Um, it's great. So or email me if you can't find it, because by the time you find this video, it may be somewhere else. Uh, So, one of the big topics that has come up this week has been about creativity and intuition, and they go hand in hand. If we look at the hemispheres of the brain in the simple terms, the left brain and the right brain is the side that accesses our imagination, it's creativity, it's intuition, whereas the left side is the logical, analytical thing. So, we have both sides of the brain and they need to work together as a team. But this right side of our brain, this creative, wild imagination side, is where the intuition lies. So, what's been coming up in the session is how knitted creativity and intuition is. So, if we don't think of ourselves as a creative person, we're probably not going to allow ourselves to be intuitive. So, the sessions are about unlocking our creativity. And, as I always say, everyone's creative. Cooking a meal, getting dressed, day-to-day things can be creative. And when we live in that space and open our creativity and we play and we have fun and we do all this kind of juicy stuff, the intuition just has more space to come through. We're more connected. We're not so when we're in logical analytical land, we're very closed down. We're looking at one thing and we're just being very um boxed, we're just looking at one thing. Whereas when we're being creative and we're using our imagination, everything is connected to everything. It's wild. There's possibilities. The imagination can carry on forever. It's unbounded. And that unbounded creative energy is very aligned with the intuition because the intuition connects with everything through time, space, dimensions, reality, whatever's going on. And it knows everything. So it's the same energy. And when we are not being creative, we're not giving space to that intuitive side. So it's not that you have to be creative for the intuition to flow, but they're very knitted together. So you could be intuitive, you'll probably be quite creative in some way. This isn't about having to be a painter and do like art and things that we normally traditionally think of creativity. It's about just you know being that energy of creativity. So to encourage your intuition and encourage your intuition in your life, one way of doing that is to be more creative, to be more playful, to have more fun. Because in that state, we're opening up to possibilities, we're connecting with everything. And so the intuition is more easy to get through. When we're blinkered and just being analytical, it it can't penetrate those walls, It's just like we're too bounded. Whereas when we're in that other space, everything is possible. So if you've been struggling with your intuition and you want to work with it more, get creative, play. I was saying in the session, I'm like, go and get an adult coloring book. Just start there. Like, how can you be more childlike? How can you be more playful in life? How can you have more fun doing the mundane things? Putting your favorite records on while you're cleaning. Like, just trying to have more fun day to day. It just starts to open it up. It starts to embrace a different energy, a different possibility, and your intuition will start to naturally flow through that. So, if you enjoyed this, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all the things, and put a comment below. Smiley face if you're up for some fun. And I will catch up with you next week. Take care. Bye.